Hi, I'm Angie. Today I'm going to show you a really simple recipe that's so delicious, and it makes lemon squares or lemon bars. And it's so easy, but we're just going to do it in two parts. So the first part we're going to make our crust, and then we're going to make the filling after that. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is to 2 cups regular all-purpose flour, I'm going to mix in a half a cup of icing sugar. This is also known as confectioner sugar or powdered sugar. So you just want to mix that together. And I'm using a pastry blender to cut in 1 cup of butter, and I've just cut it into some smaller pieces. And this is just going to make the crust. So I've greased a 9x13 pan, and I've preheated the oven to 350 degrees. We're just going to bake this for about 20-22 minutes, just until it's set and golden brown. And then we'll make the filling. So you just want to kind of work the butter in there. So you're not really creaming it, you're just cutting the butter into smaller pieces into the flour. Okay, so that's done. Now if you don't have a pastry blender, you can just use your fingers to kind of pick up the flour and squeeze the butter into it till you get kind of the texture of coarse meal. You don't want any big chunks of butter. So that feels really good. Okay, so we've got our 9x13 greased pan, and we're just going to press this flour mixture in the bottom of the pan. Oops. So you want to press down evenly and firmly to make a nice little base for your topping. There we go. So now we're going to bake the crust for about 20 to 25 minutes at 350 until it's golden brown. Okay, so it's been about 25 minutes and I've taken the crust out of the oven. You can see it's just golden on the edges. And I'm just going to let it sit there while we mix up the filling, which is really, really simple. So in this bowl I've got 4 eggs, and I'm just going to whisk in 2 cups of sugar and 1/3 of a cup of lemon juice, and I've used fresh lemon juice because it really makes a difference. And I've just grated the rind off the lemon. It's not really in the recipe, but I figure it can only add more lemony flavor. And I've got about 1/4 cup of flour here, and just a ½ teaspoon of baking powder. So I'm just going to whisk that up together. And now leave the oven on at 350. So that's it. As you can see, really, really easy recipe. And you can cut them quite small, so because you're making a 9x13 pan, it makes a lot. So just pour this right over the crust, and I'll pop that into the oven. It's been 25 minutes and I've taken the squares out of the oven. They smell really good. You can tell that they're nice and set on top and just a little bit golden around the edges. So let them cool completely before you cut them into squares, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your lemon squares.